everyone. Welcome back to the main stage. So now we're having our horsepower panel. We're going to have all the voice actors that we have, and we're going to bring them all out. So let's see. I'm going to sit right here, and I believe we have everyone ready to come out. Firstly, I'd like to announce Kazumi Evans. She is the singing voice of next up is Peter New, who is the voice of Big Macintosh. Sounds good. Next up we have Vincent Tong, who is the voice of Flash Sentry and Donut Joe and quite a few others. Next up is Andrew Francis, who's the voice of Shining Armor. Okay, next up we have Ashleigh Ball, who's the voice. Next we have Ingrid Nilson, the voice of Mod Pie and Marble Pie and all the pies. And then finally we have Shannon Chan Kent, who is the singing voice of Pinkie Pie. And Silver Spoon. Now, are we missing someone? Okay, I can see someone else's chair.
Terry.
Is Terry coming out?
Terry.
Is Terry out there? Hey! Okay.
Our voice director.
Terry is the voice director of the show. Yes. Okay, so.
Hey.
He makes us all sound good.
Yeah. Everyone's playing musical microphone over here. There we go. Okay, so everybody, welcome to the voice acting panel. It's great to have you all.
Great to be here.
Thank you guys for coming. That's very nice.
So the idea behind this panel is that we really wanted to get a good idea of what it's like to be a voice actor, and kind of share some experiences about what you do and what, like behind the scenes kind of stuff that we don't get to see. And we have Terry here, who's the person who actually directs all of you guys.
It's mostly what you don't hear is the swearing.
Mostly from Terry. And Shannon.
Shannon.
She's a really dirty mouth.
He is dirty.
Oh, okay. So what's the question? Just what's
Just
behind the scenes?
like what are some things that we don't get to see that you do in your
Nudity.
work? In your
There is some swearing. Just
Some
if we
swearing.
mess up any lines and we're just trying to do it over and over and over, we still can't get it.
Okay, cool.
And there's
That's a Terry classic.
what is there, guys?
Do you guys mostly work together in the same studio? Do you work separately? You mostly work together.
Terry,
Yeah.
You know what? Just to give you a background on what we do when we go into the studio, all the voice actors go into the studio, and that's a separate room from the control room. And I sit in the control room as the voice director. So all the actors basically are in a horseshoe shape, which makes sense for my little brony. Hey, and every actor has their own. They have their own microphone, their own music stand, and they some wear headphones. Andrew doesn't. Andrew hates them. Yeah, because I yell at him. And then
He yelled at me that I get too close to the microphone all the time, so he said, "Oh, step back!" And I was like, "Screw these!"
So basically, we started at the beginning, like on a 22-minute episode, a half-hour show. Basically, all the talent's in there, and hopefully they've read it all. And no. And then basically we go through it sort of scene by scene, and my job is to get the actors to basically
Say, "Twiley!"
They might be standing on a introduction to all these guys, and then they go, my character wouldn't say that. And that's just a quick thing on the show, and I think you guys might agree with that. The characters are so well written, I believe, and they have their own distinct voice. The actors can come to the job and basically they understand the character probably more than they do in a lot of cases. But it really has its own voice, and that's why I think you guys can attach yourself to the characters, and that's all I'm saying.
So what about, we have a couple of people that aren't in Vancouver for that. How do they, like, do they remote in? Do you have, like, the lines recorded separately?
Yeah, it's patched in from the studio from LA. All our guests are basically, if they're out of town, we just basically monitor them from the studio in Vancouver, and they just voice it over. I mean, technology is so great. It's called an ISDN. We can have it recorded in LA or New York, and it comes in crystal clear. We can actually use those takes in Vancouver.
Or if not, Terry will be in and be like, so Twilight, what do you think? And Terry will be like, I love you, brother. Thanks, Terry.
I think that would be an entirely different show.
No, but seriously though, Terry will read in the parts that aren't there sometimes, you know, if there's multiple characters that aren't there. To help the flow, yeah.
Right.
So sometimes Terry is the Twilight that we hear.
My favorite is if there's a little monologue, he'll say the first bit of the monologue and then be like, blah, 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 and the last one. It's a cute.
Now, we get to jab at him right now, so we're all taking a chance. He's got behind glass at the moment.
Now, Peter, it's interesting. I actually wanted to talk to you about a recent episode that you did, relatively recent.
Okay.
It was, all of a sudden, I'm forgetting the name of the episode, the one with Big Mac and Apple Bloom. The Brotherhood Social.
I don't really remember what happens in that one.
Well, that was probably the most speaking lines you had so far. That must have been a very different experience.
That's the one where you changed characters, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's right, Terry.
Yeah, that was actually, I remember like all my friends and everything were wondering, was that actually you that did that? And yeah, it's apparently that.
It was, yeah.
It was that.
I even sang the Sisterhood song.
Sister!
That was me.
Yeah, but then what about the singing voices? We have a couple of people who sing here. Not only do we have Shannon and Kazumi Evans, but then Ashleigh, you sing your own as well.
Dog, I can sing.
Is that done in the same kind of studio, or is that done like totally separately?
We record all the songs separately with Daniel Ingram. We usually do, we do the songs in a separate day, and we all go in, and depending, we've been using another studio, but sometimes not the same studio. Yeah, just bang on the songs, and it's all great.
Yep.
That's right.
So, do any of you have any favorite episodes that you've done? Like anything that stands out that like, not only just for the way that the episode was, but something that you got to do as the voice
Terry, why
actor
don't you take this
behind the scene?
Vince, Tom, let me hear from you and Ingrid.
Hi.
Favorite episode?
I like the one that I did.
Good.
I actually sometimes watch the show. Hey, I like the Alicorn Amulet episode. Yay.
Me too.
Contain your rage, Kazumi. Thank you, Vincent.
I really like the I don't know what it was called, but when Rainbow Dash. I probably had. When she gets a pet.
Rainbow Dash is in the
How did it come up? Teasing. I was like, yeah,
Oh yeah,
I've seen that.
yeah, that came out.
I can't remember. I don't want to say too much because there's other episodes that are
There's a
really
lot.
cool that haven't come out yet. But yeah, that one when she gets tanked and she gets to sing about it, that's pretty sweet. It's a turtle, right?
It's a turtle. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
She would have gotten. Oh, sorry, a tortoise. Someone over there.
A tortoise. Yeah.
I like turtles. Yeah, that was a YouTube reference.
I went to the chocolate.
I like turtles.
One of the things you might, Ashleigh just talked about, I don't know if you're aware of that, she said, can I talk about it? It's an episode. When we record My Little Pony, we have to sign NDAs, they're non-disclosure agreements with Hasbro, which are totally fine, because we don't want to give away what's coming up. Like in the upcoming episode where Pinkie Pie gets pregnant. That was a joke.
Maybe.
So for those, when you guys are doing the voice acting, do you just have the script? Do you get that, we always, from time to time, we see an animatic come out with like basic sketches and you can kind of see how the scene flows. Do you see any of that? Do you get to see any of the direction behind that? Or do you just read off of it and try to figure out what's going on from that?
The second one.
The second one.
The reason is, and that's why voice acting is so important, is some animation is done where they actually, the crew, like the people that the animators are doing it, and we get this from a lot from Asia, where the animators will actually do a scratch track, and then actors will come in and do what's called ADR. It's basically dubbing, and you've probably seen like Dragon Ball Z, or there's a ton of shows out there that are done that way. In North
He's
America,
show dropping.
Yeah, but in North America, in the States and in Canada, basically what we do is we give the actors the chance, and the animators, they actually get a chance to act and do stuff and bring in their own personalities, and then the animators get to work off of that. And that's how the show does help develop personality, as opposed to being restricted to watching something on screen that some of the actor or non-actor has done. That's really hard to do. You can't really bring personality to that.
So after the story is written, it's the voice actors that take the second step in that.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some stuff that, when we do casting, for example, the beginning of stuff, Ingrid's a good example. Maud, right? I mean, it's such, we went through a lot of people, and these guys all went through the process too, but basically, you have to find something unique that fits that character. And then when Ingrid came in, I mean, it was this really gothy, kind of like, the hair hanging over one eye, do the voice.
What are you talking about?
And that might seem really simple, or Peter doing that. And you might think that's really easy. It's not. There's an old joke for actors anyway. It's like, how many actors does it take to spin a light bulb? It takes 1, and 99 to say, oh, I could have done that. And it's true. And these guys have all developed their own, personalities with the characters within the parameters that they're given. And when we do the casting for a new show, that's what we're looking for. Does that person bring uniqueness to it? And I got to be honest, Hasbro has been really open to letting us pick talent, and we try to bring in new people that haven't really done it. I mean, some of the main cast.
Wait, what, Terry?
No, you try to bring in new. Well, you were new at one time. I remember Andrew, when he was like 12 years old, was a blondie standing in front of the microphone. He was innocent and nice.
Terry was 60 at that point.
I was 60.
No shots fired.
I'm never getting the check mark again.
So what are some things, you guys said that you add a lot to your own characters and that all kind of builds from there. What are some things that you've added to it that were not originally in the script? Like, are there any things that you can think of that really stand out to you that like you thought of?
Well, Twilight, Caden's getting pregnant was all me.
I added the E to the yup. I think the yup was there, but I put the E on it.
Big Macintosh is probably one of the deepest characters in the show. Do you agree?
Yep.
Well, I guess it's kind of interesting because I sing for Andrea, so who's amazing. So yeah, I guess when I'm singing the songs, talking in
Yeah.
the episode.
Well, that's one of the amazing things about singing as Pinkie Pie. That's his incredibly high pitch in order to hold and actually sing a song with.
Yeah, and she, I mean, I'm sure most of you have met her or have just heard her. If you talk to her normally, her voice is like that high. It's that high. It's incredible. And so what I'm saying is it's not a huge stretch for me, but it's like to sing a whole song to sound exactly like Andrea, it can be a little tiring on the vocal cords. But I mean, she's incredible.
Speaking of Andrea, yeah, when she busts out and does her thing, I mean, Terry, you know probably more than anybody. It's like just at the drop of a hat, she goes from one to the other, and like from this to that, like.
We had concerns with, and this goes back to the casting too. Andrea's two characters in the show. And, you know,
Fluttershy picks them up.
well, and same with Ashleigh, she's two characters as well. I mean, they both have to, because they'll actually be talking to each other. Ashleigh will be talking Rainbow Dash, and Applejack will be actually in the script, have a conversation with themselves. So I'll ask them, I said, do you want me to read the other part while you do that? And Ashleigh and both Ashleigh and Andrew, they'll just do it. And they just basically switch back and forth. So they have to go from character to character. That's not an easy thing to do. They don't do it very good. No, they do it really good.
Now that's going to be especially difficult in episodes like there was the one with the sleepover in like way back in season 1 where it was basically like nothing but sorry, I'm thinking of not the sleepover one, the Fall Weather Friends. That's the one. Thank you guys.
I think actually,
They got it back here.
back in season 1, I'm pretty sure we were just for safety reasons, because I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but Applejack's voice has dropped quite a bit since season 1. I think she must have gone through a change.
It's the Apple family tradition.
I started kind of putting Applejack in a different place just because it was harder to separate her from Rainbow Dash. And I remember like that episode, I'm pretty sure I did read the characters separately, but the deeper we got into this crazy series, the easier it got. And I think I just kind of chose to put her down here because it's just a bit easier to, separate her from Rainbow Dash. So I kind of made that choice and it was, so that just became a lot easier. And yeah, Terry was like, yeah, we can, it's
So now in all the newer
for the
ones,
character as well.
in all the newer ones, like you just switch back and forth whenever they're having a conversation.
Yeah, it's pretty easy just to give it a beat and then you just switch it.
Easy for her.
Easy for me.
Now, another thing, one thing I actually did want to ask over there with Rarity's singing voice. Yes. Okay. Rarity has one of the most difficult accents in the world to try to make. And in order to sing in an accent, that makes it even harder. And you pull it off so perfectly.
Thank you. Tabitha's voice, Tabitha, again, just an incredible artist and voiceover actress. But for her, the character of Rarity, of how Daniel and Ingrid, I remember in season 1, and even when I auditioned for Rarity, is that she's British, but she's not. So it's like, okay, so it's just certain syllables that are a little more rounded, but it's not quite British at the same time. So, yeah, you're not
She's
getting
based
caught.
on, who's the actress in Breakfast with Tiffany's?
Audrey Hepburn.
Thank you, she's based on her.
Who's she?
Was that
Audrey who?
Audrey Hepburn? Was it Audrey Hepburn? Yeah, she has that sort of mid-Atlantic thing going on.
Yeah, absolutely. So I just try to emulate that as much as possible.
One thing you should know about Kazumi is she's amazingly classically trained. What is it that you did? She's an opera singer.
Oh, well, I mean, Shannon's even more of an opera singer than I am. But yeah,
Want to battle it out then, girls?
The highest pitch of all
I'm
time.
playing.
I love you, Shannon. I love you. No.
But it is her.
But thank you. No, thank you, Ingrid. Yes, my degree is in opera performance. So it is a classical background.
Stage He's right over there.
I know.
So, actually, speaking of switching to different characters constantly, Ingrid Nilson, you had an episode that was almost like entirely you.
Oh, I forgot about that.
With the pie film. You were playing 3 of the different pie sisters. Were you doing all of them separately like that, or did you actually just try to jump in and just do all of them at once?
I have a confession. I didn't know that I was playing the third sister. Marvel, don't listen to this part, Terry. I got into the studio and then there was like a blank pause when it was Marvel's voice and I was like, it was Marvel. And they were like, you! But luckily, there wasn't a lot of lines for it. It was just the So I was kind of just going with the Nobody knows. Now you all do. So,
The worst kept secret.
yeah, no, I think I just did them all back to back. I mean, they're pretty different voices, and yeah, kind of like Ashleigh, you just put them in different places in your voice, and then
Just
regurgitate.
just did it on the spot. She's like, yeah, no problem.
Bam.
One of the hardest things is going back and forth from voice to voice, but one of the most satisfying things as a voice actor is being able to do that. Because when you first sort of get 2 or 3 or however many voices in a show, a lot of times you'll do the one voice and then another pass, and the next voice, and another pass, and the next voice. But the really talented people can go back and forth from voice to voice and just switch their character. And yeah, it's pretty fun to watch when people are able to do it really well.
So, I know that there's a lot more to you guys than just doing voices. You guys do a lot of other projects on the side. Some of you do lots of different things. Do you guys think you could talk about all the different things that you do separately from just voice acting? I mean, like last year...
Terry's an Uber driver, so I mean,
So he's got Uber license. Anybody go to the airport, I'll take it.
he's not.
It was really easy booking his cab. He drove himself.
But it's a great question.
Yeah.
Why is everyone looking at me?
Sarcastic demand.
Well, I just suddenly went over to you.
Yeah, when not voice acting, I do musicals, or like to. I haven't done one in a while. It's been mostly film and television. It's another thing I do as well, but not voice acting. And I also teach as well. Voice.
Also, tell them about the horses.
Horses.
Yeah.
What about
Don't you ride horses?
I did, yes. I grew up riding horses, and my sister has horses.
And
so-
she's an incredible dancer.
Aw, thank you.
Amazing.
Kazumi and I did a show together called La Cage aux Folles,
Yes, we did back in the day.
and it was very fun.
Yeah, Vincent was
We both wore
amazing.
dresses.
Kazumi looked better.
Have you seen the pictures?
Okay, maybe not.
I'll show you later.
Okay.
I do all of those things as well.
Dresses?
Yeah, well, that, yeah.
You
but,
look good in a dress. You have great legs.
I don't. But I'll keep wearing them anyway. Except I wasn't in La Cage aux Folles, and I have ridden horses.
You have?
Yes, in movies that I've done. I've ridden
Oh,
horses.
damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was in a terrible western,
Yeah.
sort of a western called Lost Treasure of the Grand Canyon.
And how did the horseback riding go?
Well, it was a bit nerve-wracking because they
Yeah.
kind of went like the night before they're like, "Can you drive a horse and buggy?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
The answer to any question an actor gets. Yeah.
Yeah, totes.
And then you freak out about it.
Yeah.
Can I get a few minutes of training with the horses beforehand? They're like, "Yeah, no problem." They drop on set and they're like, "There are the horses, there's the buggy.
Yeah.
You're gonna go this way."
Yeah.
And I was on a cliffside too, right? At the top of a gorge, like a river gorge. And they're like, "Hey, ride in by yourself, stop, get off here, there's your mark, and then say all your lines." So I kind of did it and said my lines and whatever. And we only got 2 takes of this. The only note was, "That was good, a little faster next time." So yeah, film and TV, stuff like that. What else do I do? I do some writing and
Wear green hats.
I wear green. I have a hat collection. This is
Wow.
it.
Really like that.
So, Vincent, I know that you dance.
Oh,
Sometimes.
I know firsthand that that's a thing that you do.
Yes, you do.
Amazing dancer.
Yeah, I mean, I did musicals for a long time. I've done like Ashleigh and I
Dance.
But like Ashleigh and I were in a performance choir back when we were younger.
Teens.
In our younger days.
It was called Sound Sensation.
Sound Sensation.
The younger one.
Were you? We don't remember you.
Showstoppers.
Oh yeah, you were the lesson.
I was in the Vancouver Youth Theater, super bad.
Nice. That's super.
It's acquired. Acquired taste.
I dance too. It's in a little thing I call mirror. It's myself in front of the mirror in my own bedroom.
So is that what you do in your free time, Andrew? Is that you dance?
That's mostly what I do.
Mostly, that's it.
Yeah. Just dance moves.
Just you voice act and then you dance for yourself.
Andrew likes ski-doing. Jet ski.
Well done, Shannon. Well done.
The
He
water.
wants to ski too. Yeah, sweet parka.
So you like
Sorry,
to
I
jet
do
ski?
like the park.
You like to jet ski?
I like the jet ski, yeah.
He's
Okay.
the guy at the beach, you're swimming, and he's...
Who's the guy in the jet ski? Get him off the lake. Me!
I want to see someone drawing shining armor on a jet ski by the end of this convention. Oh, he's gonna...
I can do it. I can do a impression of Terry. That was pretty good. Cool. If you guys don't know, Terry has, and I don't know if I've actually said this to him. I don't know if anybody said this to him, so it may as well be in front of like a few hundred people. Terry has a way of directing, and Terry's one of the most prominent voice directors, well, probably the most prominent voice director in Vancouver, and he has his own little dialect when he directs us. And so if you get like one cool, you're like, crap, I could do a lot better. If you get two cools, cool, that means you do a little bit better. If you get three cools, you made it.
Or if you're lucky, you'll get a Coolio. Or I'm waiting for the LL Cool J to get dropped.
Or at the end of auditions, he'll be like, now go home. And then it's like, now go home. So it's
Yeah.
okay.
My thing in directing is basically, I like to hire people that make me look good, and I don't. No, it's really that simple because I'm not comparing myself in any means, but Spielberg used to do that back in the day, and you basically hire people that can do the job, and it makes for a better show. I mean, there's sometimes you get a really unique voice, a one-off or something like that, and you have to work your butt off. And it makes a difference, but it's easier working with people that get it, as opposed to when you're doing it professionally, it's hard to train people on the job.
I have a question. Have you ever voiced a character on My Little Pony?
Yeah, but I have no idea who.
What was the line?
Cool.
Figure this
I've
out.
actually done some stuff, and there's a gentleman, and I know that Peter has a carving there. Basically, he made a carving of my character. I got it at another place, and it was, what's that?
Spike Barmaid, his name's Ed.
Where is he? Where's his
Ed, what's the name of his character? Yes, brother. What is it?
Apple wedges.
Apple wedges.
Apple wedges.
Speak better, Spike.
While we're
I
talking
have
about
that down, I have it in the link right in my office. That's really.
while we're talking about the carvings, the carving I have here is because this is the 10th convention that Ed and I have both been at, and so he made a special carving. He wanted me to give it to somebody that I thought was deserving in this audience. And I think there's a boy back there dressed up in his big Macintosh. Are you still there? Wait, can you come up here?
Ed, bring him up. Come on down.
Oh, here you go.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, I wanted to give you this. Here, this is for you.
What a big Macintosh. Come on up, little dude. Thanks, Ed.
Let's give him another round of applause. Peter, that was very nice.
Wow. Yeah. Every now and then.
Multi-million.
So next we have Ashleigh. What are some things that you do on the side? Oh,
I play on a really awesome soccer team called the Shooting Stars, who are currently undefeated this season. I scored a goal from a corner kick last game. Right? Yeah. So yeah, and I do yoga sometimes.
Boo!
I'm surprised doing soccer. That's really intensive.
It's really intense.
I did that when I was a kid, and then I stopped because I couldn't handle it.
Get kicked in the shins too many times.
Many times.
Cool.
Yeah. So, Ingrid.
Yoga helps. That's my segue. And namaste a while. Yeah. So and I know a few people here do yoga. I teach yoga, and I'm not trying to sell yoga, but you should come on Monday.
Yes, Ingrid is doing a yoga panel.
And sometimes people come and cosplay. You can come if you've never done it before. You can watch, you can participate. It's just so much fun, and it's been so beneficial to me because what I do sometimes is get anxious. So meditation has helped me. That's what I like to do. And long walks on the beach with my dog. Yeah, I adopted her from Mexico last January. I was teaching a yoga retreat actually, and her name is Salsa, and I like her a lot.
I'm before the wall.
I got it too.
It's a Trump joke.
What are some things that you do on the side? Things that you do when you're not singing?
Okay. I still go to acting class. I love musicals. I grew up doing musical theater, but I love just straight plays. And
And cursing in session.
straight plays,
So-
just plays, no
For how
singing.
little she is,
So,
the amount of swear words that you come out of that little lady.
Andrew,
Sorry.
can I help?
Sorry, go for it.
So yeah, I still go to acting class twice a week, and I love it.
Well done, whoever did that, well done. So Terry!
Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay. Only because with this industry, there's a ton of rejection. Every day you audition for things. Every day, multiple times a day, you don't get it. And if you're lucky enough to get that one-liner on a series on TV, I mean, I know you should be happy about it, but I don't know. I just feel like acting class gives me another outlet to be crazy or be someone that I am not in real life. I also really enjoy baking. I'm really bad, and I feel really bad for my boyfriend because I always am like, try this, honey, try this, and he's like, oh, Shannon. And so I like baking, and I thought about being a spin teacher on the side because I really like spinning too. Does anyone know what spinning is? It's like cycling. Anyways, yeah, I know, it's kind of weird, but I get like a real high from getting real sweaty, and he's like, yeah!
Or you can just ride a bike.
Or you could just ride a bike, but no. I just like not going anywhere. Yeah, and I would like a dog soon.
You have a new dog, don't you?
I do. My parents have a dog. His name is Charlie. If anyone wants to follow him on Instagram, it's Charlie_CK. Charlie_CK_awesome.
Your
My
dog
mom-
is an Instagram.
My mom is really obsessed with him, and she likes followers. So, and he.
I think your mom just plugged him in front of like hundreds of people, but yeah, she's in love
Anyway,
too.
spare time.
Can we have a
I have a lot of
panel
it,
for your dog?
apparently. Yes.
Dog panel.
So, that leaves one left.
I'm just Uber driver. That's all I do. do some writing. We have done some writing, created a series, and just hang out.
What was the series called?
Well, they wouldn't know because it never ran in the States. It was a series called Ivana the Yukon. It was a pretty big series.
Yeah, it was.
Around the
Where
world,
did it?
actually. It ran and it was, this is not
It was
kidding.
huge in
big.
Canada, huge.
It was,
Like it was really,
it was
yeah.
big in Russia. It was big in Italy.
Anywhere it was cold.
It was big in Europe.
Terry also has a beautiful motorcycle. You have a few, don't you?
Yeah.
And a beautiful vintage blue truck.
He takes up the motorcycle spot every day because he gets there earlier because of the voice strike. So I show up with my motorcycle. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, but you live like a block away, so why are you riding?
I'm trying to get
Fair
Ashleigh to buy the truck. She
Talk
looked
about that.
funky in it. It's an old Chevy, so she looked good in it. Yeah.
So, anyway, there was another thing that I did want to bring up. There was something rather interesting going on between Peter New and Vincent Tong. I'm not sure which convention this was, but there was a series of pictures of you with these large pillows and doing things with those pillows.
I don't know what you're talking about.
What are you talking about?
This was just, it was one of the funniest things I've ever seen, and I never got the story behind it. I just saw it online, and it was just there.
What happened? I don't remember.
I think we were lining up. First of all, we were expecting people to get autographs from us, and nobody came. So we were a bit bored.
Guys, go get an autograph.
So we had our little pillows. I was given my pillow as a gift at Brony Can.
I received my pillow in the mail.
Right. So
It was given to me by Mitch Larson and Jillian Barrow.
I know those names.
They bought it for me at TropCon and sent it to me in mail. So that
So they just saw that pillow and said, "Oh man, Peter New
Peter's gonna want
has
this
to have
very
this."
It looks like it.
this kinky big Macintosh pillow.
What were you guys doing to the pillows?
Just lying there.
We were lying there.
What did you do on the pillows?
Cuddling with them. We had basically the four of us, shipped.
I know what that means.
With yourselves.
Yes. I was a little spoon.
Yeah.
Aww.
We're just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I think it would be a good time to go to Q&A. So,
Terry.
oh, no, they get to ask the questions. Okay, so.
Oh, Shannon on a jet ski.
Terry, can you make the sound, Terry, that it makes?
That is amazing.
You did it.
Right now. Oh, look at that.
Shining armor on a jet ski. Oh my gosh, there's another shining armor on a jet ski.
You guys are amazing.
So we have the back on stage. Sound, Terry, please.
Okay.
Maybe loud.
I'm being told, unfortunately, we're out of time. Yeah, sorry guys. Sorry about that. We got a little chat. Please don't talk. Oh wait, this is. Oh wait, hold on. Hold on. There is a third drawing of shining
You
armor
guys are so incredible.
on a jet ski.
How does that happen? Terry,
You guys are amazing.
You guys are the best.
So talented. You guys are so
Amazing. Okay, well guys, thank you very much for coming.
I want to thank these guys.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Thank you guys.
I want to thank everybody back there that came to this evening. Thank you guys.
It is true. Yeah, without the fans, we don't have a show. And and some of you guys, I heard one guy was talking from Georgia, some guys were from Philly,
Sweden.
Oh yeah, we have some people from Germany too.
That's amazing. So thank
Yeah.
you for coming out and watching the show. It's just fun. So enjoy yourself.
Thank you
guys.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, thanks guys.
We love you guys. Thank you so much.